Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're actually down in Wilmington. We're staying at an Airbnb, and just like our luck, it is freaking raining. It rains every single time we come down here. It's so funny. But the reason actually we're down here is for two reasons. It is Sam's birthday tomorrow, technically, and we are actually searching for a home because we're going to be moving down to the Wilmington area. So we are currently on the way. We have Wilder. Avery is with Gigi, and we're looking for a home. So we figured the perfect time to, while we drive, Sam's gonna reading off assumptions. We asked you guys assumptions about us as parents, and we've always asked for you guys to do this, and you guys are always like so nice about it, and we're always like, no, we genuinely like want to know, like we're not gonna be offended. We like don't care. We think it's like funny, so we want to know, what do you guys think about us as parents?
I think you buy your kids a lot of toys.
Yes. I grew up poor. I never got anything I ever wanted. And yeah, plus we're in a pandemic, and we were like, whatever is gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? What parent doesn't want to spoil their children, you know?
You guys are controlling parents. Love you guys, great parents, but you can be extremely involved.
Wilder, you're 6 months. Get your shit together, okay? Can he take care of himself?
I think he can. Can't hold his own bottle, though.
I feel like those are like two different things. Like, are we controlling? I don't know. Our kids are 3 and 6 months. We have to kind of control
You have
them.
to be, yeah.
Involved. We also legally have to be involved because I think CPS will be called if we are not involved in their lives.
Yeah.
Next.
We got a lot of people saying that we're strict with our kids.
Well, we got that, but we also got some that were assumed that I was the strict one, and that you were like the go with the flow one, or that you were the strict one and I was the go with the flow one. Yeah. I think, well, first of all, kids like thrive off of structure. This is like truly how kids like thrive. So you kind of have to like be strict, but like we're not like strict. Actually, Avery runs the house.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's kind of like we've just sort of been like going with the flow. You're over the top with COVID.
I don't know. I feel like that's so hard because like there's people that
to other people's standards, yeah.
I feel like we are. Yeah, but obviously 100%. Like I have lupus, like I'm immunocompromised. We have a baby that isn't vaccinated yet, and I don't know, like for us, like people who have never experienced having COVID, I think there's still like that fear around it.
We know people who've had COVID and have been fine. We know people who've had COVID and literally have like been
in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just hard because it's like we've never experienced it, and I feel like I feel like everyone in the world has experienced having COVID. 1 mile, turn. And like, because we haven't, I still think that there's that fear.
You've spoiled your daughter. She seems to have low empathy.
What?
I don't know.
Low empathy?
Low empathy.
I don't know. I feel like that's so hard because obviously we only share like in a 24-hour period. We share like pictures
5 minutes of our day.
And like 5 minutes, like 5 minutes of our day.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to be like, I don't know. Obviously with Avery being neurodivergent, like maybe that's something that's harder for people who are neurodivergent to have, or maybe it's something that they can't have. Or I don't really know.
Also she like is she's a toddler too, you know, like toddlers hit and kick
in the middle lane.
Toddlers hit and kick and bite and then hug you. Alyssa changes more diapers.
No, I feel like
I change more diapers.
I don't. Yeah, maybe she does. I don't know. I feel like because I do a lot of like the running of the errands, so like technically Sam like would spend like more time with them. Not like obviously I'm not out for hours, but I mean like there are times I'm like I have to go do something that takes a long time.
Kind of far from things. So yeah. You can never take advice, only complain.
No, I feel like if anything, actually, you guys don't see a lot of us like talking to like our friends, like our personal friends, like, and it's always us. Like I'm not even kidding you. It's always us asking like for advice, like our friends with children, because like we're always like, what did you guys do? Like, how did you guys like do this? So we do actually ask for advice a lot. I think just like online, it can come with like, here's my advice, but also here's some like criticism, which is fine too, because like, you know, that's also how you learn and that's how you grow. But
but also we never try and like come off like we complain, and maybe it does come across that way, but like we want to be honest as parents because we feel like not many people are honest online about parenting and the hardships of it, because it's hard. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park.
I think for us, like, obviously, like, when we thought we were gonna have kids, we thought it was obviously going to be different. And like, if anyone out there has a neurodivergent kid, like, it is truly one of the hardest things in the entire world to like to deal with. And so I think a lot of people obviously are like, oh, like, you guys, like, you know, complain a lot or whatever, but like, we always see like all of these online parents, social media parents, like whatever, they always like, it's always like their life with like rose-colored glasses. But like, so when we like had kids, we were just like, wait, what? Ours is not like that. Like, what is going on? So like, we like showing like the realistic parts of like that parenting is hard. It is the most amazing thing you will ever do in your whole life, but it is truly the hardest thing in the world.
You're not gonna show your children's faces on the internet when they get older.
I think that's up to them.
Yeah, you do screen time more than you'd like to.
Yes.
100%.
Have you ever been a parent? It's really hard. You do what you do to survive.
You're not taking Wilder's health seriously. I don't know how more serious we could take his health.
He's been to the doctors more than Sam has ever been in her entire life.
That is a fact.
And
it's probably a fact.
He has gone to a heart doctor. He has gone to
a gastrointestinal doctor?
Yes. And he has gone to do a radiology for his stomach issues. So I don't know what else we could do. We actually are kind of concerned lately about something else, and so don't worry.
We are obvious.
We also already called the doctor like 3 times. So if anything, we're like,
it's just hard
too serious.
Yeah, we're probably more so the parents that are like too serious, and it's the same way with how we were with Avery, but like, yeah, I mean, we're definitely concerned about his eating. It's not stuff that we take lightly. You have less patience when it comes to crying. I don't know if they mean me specifically because it was on my question box.
No, we've talked about this. We're actually triggered by crying because Avery had colic and she screamed 14 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6.5 months. Yeah. So like, I feel like truly like we have. So I feel like we legitimately have like PTSD. Like we like, if a baby cries, it's not like, oh, a baby's crying. It's like, oh my God, you know.
I remember the first time he cried, and it was just like an alarming thing, because Avery cried a lot when she was a newborn baby, you know, very small infant. Granted, she screams a lot now, but you know, you guys are exaggerating about Avery. She's a normal kid with likely just some behavioral issues.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that like from the outside looking in, you could be like, y'all are just like crazy, right? The fact that we had a child psychologist, a legitimately child psychologist, that was just her 4th evaluation.
Yeah.
Give up on Avery because she was too difficult to handle. I think that should show you. But also, she has qualified for occupational therapy multiple times, and the only way to qualify is based off of her behaviors. That's for her specific OT. Yeah. But like, trust me, I wish we were exaggerating. We are not exaggerating.
The thing is that like, I get why people might think that, because we don't show it like, online. We don't show what we face every day.
For us, it's just like, it's easier to talk about than to put Avery online in that light.
You struggle a lot and feel helpless. We thought that was obvious. Yes.
Oh man. The amount that we like feel helpless. It's like, it's so weird because it's like, as parents, you want to do everything in your power to like help your child grow and learn and do all these things. And while Avery is incredibly like smart, like obviously the emotional aspects, like she is like lacking. And so it's like, for us, like we just feel so helpless because, like I said before, like she's done 4+ evaluations. It's like, so
we don't know how to connect the two.
We're trying to help her. We obviously are putting in all the work and effort to help her. And then it's like, we always go back like to, you know, 0 again, and it's just like, it's just so hard because you do feel like so helpless because you're like, I want to help this child so much.
Yeah.
and we try,
Yeah.
and then we get nowhere.
Yeah. Sometimes I get the feeling you don't actually love to be parents and only had Wilder to give Avery a sibling. And I think those are two separate statements that they're meaning. No one loves to be a parent 100% of the time. You love your children, but sometimes there are very hard circumstances where you're like, damn, this sucks. And it's okay to admit that. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you love your child any less or that you didn't wish that they were here. It just means that, hey, guess what? Sometimes this sucks.
Yeah, parenting is incredibly hard, especially. Yeah, being parents is truly one of like the hardest things in the entire world, especially where it didn't go the way you thought it would, which makes it really hard because you just like, I don't know,
There's so much mom guilt.
there's so much like mom guilt. And then the thing about Wilder, we did not have Wilder to give Avery a sibling or whatever it said. We did not do that. That would be so weird. That's so much work.
Yeah.
That's a whole another person.
Yeah.
That would be weird, wouldn't that?
That'd be really weird.
Do parents do that? Do parents give their kids a sibling just to what? To give them something to do?
To just give it a sibling? Yeah, that's
so weird. No,
that's weird.
We didn't do that. No. That's a lot of money. That's expensive.
That's a
for
lot
us.
of money.
That's we're not a straight couple. That's expensive for us.
there's no wham bam thank you ma'am and then a baby.
No.
Someone said no babysitter types, which I'm not entirely sure what that means. Maybe we don't have a babysitter and that's accurate.
Well, we thankfully have the privilege of working from home and staying home. So right now we don't need a babysitter. We're not babysitter types. We just
Granted, it would be very nice to have one once in a while.
But we also had children, had a baby, and then a global pandemic like hit. So I think all the things again, like we thought that parenting would be, like took a turn because like a deadly virus, hit the world.
Yeah. Someone says, I think Alyssa's on the spectrum.
You're not wrong, I think.
Probably.
I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I have never been diagnosed with autism. I don't think I've ever had an evaluation for autism.
And we're not laughing about about that there's potential there.
I just think it's funny how we asked for assumptions about us as parents and you gave an assumption about me as a person.
Yeah.
And
we have actually looked up online, like,
I think we did one of those like online tests of like, are you
autistic? Yeah. One of those like stupid, yeah.
And you're probably right.
Yeah. But also you gotta think, like, you grew up very different.
So I think how I react to things are very different. Or maybe I'm just really have autism. Who knows? I don't know. You're probably right.
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of both in that.
That is it for all of the assumptions. We got some like recurring ones, like strict parent, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We don't know who the strict parent is. We just deal with day-to-day shit as we go.
We just try the best we can.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for the assumptions. No hard feelings for us. We genuinely don't take anything personal.
Just curious.
But we are going to go and try to search for a house to live in here because Avery truly, truly, truly enjoys this area, and so we're gonna try and find a house. Wish us luck. We really need to find one.
Yeah, we really do. We gotta figure it out.
All right. Bye.